Hare Krishna. Okay, audio is good.
Yes, Prabhu.
जी प्रभु जी.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Yeah, it's a special timing today because we have other programs locally here in the evening. So welcome to, I don't want to say Srimad Bhagavatam, though everything is connected to Srimad Bhagavatam. There'll be a strong connection of Srimad Bhagavatam to what we discussed today as well. But this is the Dham Yatra narration. So many devotees have requested for sort of a narration of our journey. We spent 2.5 months in India. So went to so many places. So probably it will take a couple of sessions. So we will share where all we went and what we did. So before we start, let us recite the Mangalacharan prayers. We want everything to be auspicious, even the Dham Yatra narration. You all know the prayers, you can recite along. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yutah Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All right. So we are doing Dham Yatra narration. So I will share some slides. So as you know, I work at Intel. They give a 2-month sabbatical. So I added 2 weeks of vacation to it. So 2.5 months. And we went on a long trip to India. So started on September 4th from the US and reached India on September 6th and started our yatra. So, today my intention is to cover what we did in September. We'll see how far we get. So you can see here, screen sharing is visible. So we went to all these places in September. And I tried to do a Google map and mark the places. So we landed in New Delhi. And next day, we went by road to Vrindavan. It's about, now the roads are very good. There are 2 ways to reach Vrindavan. One is through this. You can see 2 main roads going to Vrindavan. The right-hand road is known as the, what is known as Yamuna Expressway. Very fast, very well done. And so in about 3 hours, 3.5 hours, you can reach Vrindavan. So we spent a week in Vrindavan. We went, so I'm skipping Vrindavan today. We'll start with Haridwar. I'll do Vrindavan I already did Vrindavan Yatra sort of a description when I went last year. So some of it was common, some of it was little different. This time we did a very long trip to Sri Barsana Dham, which I did not do last year. So we went to all of the places in Barsana. Uh, so I will cover that. And we went to Nandagram and few other new places we went, which I did not go last year. So we will cover some of those in the next, sometime in a later presentation. Then from after spending a week, and as you know, my mother passed away earlier this year. So we took her ashes and we dispersed her ashes also in Vrindavan in the Yamuna River. Then we celebrated Radhashtami. Radhashtami fell on 11th September. So that was also very blissfully spent in Vrindavan. Then we had our yatra with a big group in Haridwar. Sort of the Haridwar was the center place with our Guru Maharaj, Sri Ramapad Swami. So about 500 or 600 devotees gathered in Haridwar. So we took a train from Mathura. We went from Vrindavan to Mathura, and from Mathura we took a train all the way to Haridwar. So it was an overnight journey, very peaceful. And we got up in Haridwar. We crossed Roorkee in the middle, and then we reached Haridwar. So the trip starts, so to say, in Haridwar from today's description. From Haridwar, very quickly, I will share, we went to Hrishikesh. We went to Kurukshetra, and we went to this one place. You'll see this little marker here. There's no name because it's a very small village, Shukratal. Village is small, but the significance is paramount. So I will share about that. So we went to all these places from Haridwar, Shukratal, Kurukshetra, Rishikesh, and then we went to Kedarnath and Badrinath Dham. And we came back to Haridwar. Then we spent some time in Roorkee, which is our alma mater. We studied there, both of us, me and my wife. And then we went to Saharanpur and Meerut, here and back to Delhi to meet some relatives. So that was our sort of more or less our September trip. So let's go and dive deeper into it. So Haridwar. So I'll have to switch between pictures and this. So in Haridwar, the main sort of thing of Haridwar is it's considered the official origin of the Ganga River. So the Ganges kind of exits the Himalayas and enters the plains. So its entry into the plains of India starts at Haridwar. And Har Ki Paudi is a very important, very significant ghat, a place where the Ganges River flows through. About 70 or 80 years ago, or about 100 years ago, a big canal, what is known as the Upper Ganga Canal, was built. So a big part of the Ganga River was diverted, and that diversion also starts at Har Ki Paudi. So actually, there are not many pictures of Har Ki Paudi, but let me share. Hmm. Hmm. Happened. Yeah. So we were joined by my sister-in-law, Damodar Leela's sister, elder sister. Her name is Mridul Mataji. So here you can see most of the pictures may contain some either me or my wife, and mainly my wife because I was the one who was clicking pictures. So you'll see more of her. And this is the Ganges River. And this is in the month of September. And as you can see, the monsoon season has just finished. And the Ganges River is full of silt and is very brown in color. And you can say it's a little dirty in the sense that with a lot of silt coming from the Himalayas. So it reminded me of the sixth verse from Nectar of Instruction or Upadeshamrit, where the Ganges River is full of mud and foam and bubbles. But this is Brahma Dravya, Brahma Dravatvam. So this is Gangam Bhasamna Khalu Budbuddha Phena Pankai Brahma Dravatvam Gacchati Nira Dharmaye. So the Ganges on the surface, it looks dirty or with lot of bubbles and foam, but it is still the water is still transcendental. So this is the Ganges River in its full might. Well, not really. There were barrages that were closed. So the Ganges comes up very far up, and the water was not as up in the Ghat as it should have been because the barrages had been closed off. So that was a little disappointing. I was hoping that I would be able to experience the full force of the river. So that was not there. Anyway, so this is the Ganges River. And then, okay, so then we go to Daksa Kunda. So let me share this other thing. So then we went to a place called Kankhal. It's about 5 or 6 kilometers from Haridwar. And it has some of these important places, primarily Daksa Kunda and Sati Kunda. So in the fourth canto, so everything, more or less everything that we will discuss today is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam has the story of Daksha and Sati. And Daksha is the father of Mother Sati, and he conducts this big sacrifice and invites Lord Shiva as well, who is his son-in-law, the husband of his daughter Sati, and ends up insulting him when, in his assembly, because Lord Shiva did not stand up when Daksha was entering. So just that thing triggered his ego, and he ended up saying so many bad things to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva didn't say anything. He just came back peacefully. There were his associates who said a lot of things, the Nandi bull and the other associates, but Lord Shiva calmed them down, came back. And then later on, after some time, Daksha was organizing another big festival, and Lord Shiva obviously did not want to go. He wasn't even invited, and neither was Sati invited. The daughter, the father did not invite the daughter. But daughter thought, it's my, father's house. I can go without invitation. But Lord Shiva told her not to go. So one of the consequences of not following the advice of a qualified husband, mind you, qualified husband, okay? So she anyway went to her father's house to take part in the festivities. And there, Daksha again insulted Lord Shiva in his absence, and Mother Sati could not tolerate that, and ended up self-immolating herself. And that unleashed all the wrath of the associates of Lord Shiva. And they ran to this place of Daksha and just killed him, and basically killed. There was a huge destruction that occurred. So moral of the story, don't mess with Lord Shiva. Anyway, so this is the place of that Daksha Kund, Sati Kund, where she left her, did self-immolated herself. It's also the birthplace of Sati Devi. So all those are there. And Daksheshwara, Lord Shiva's temple is there. And also there is a very sweet temple of Sri Sri Radha Rasbihari ji. So these are the places at Daksh Kund, or so we will see that. I'll show some pictures. So this is as you enter, we see this, um, sort of a sculpture of Lord Shiva holding the body of his beloved wife, Mother Sati, and he's very angry. And this is Shri Daksha Yagya Kund, where Daksha was conducting his yagya and ended up insulting Lord Shiva in the presence of Mother Sati. And so this is Mandir of Shri Daksheshwar Mahadev ji. So this is the temple of Lord Shiva over here. And this is Daksha Prajapati Havan Kunda or Yagya Kund. This is where Daksha ji was conducting the yagya. And this is Sati Kund, where Mother Sati immolated herself. And then this is another Shivling. This is the main Shivling within the temple. I think they were not allowing me to take pictures, but I anyway took one. This is Mahakaleshwar Mahadev Mandir. And close by there are these deities, Sri Sri Lakshmi Narayana, Lord Shiva, Mother Durga, and Sri Sri Radha Krishna. The Radha Rasbihari temple is different. It's coming. And then as you go ahead, then there is this Janmasthan of Mother Sati, where she was born. This is her father's house. So she was born here. And yeah, so Sati Ma Janmasthan. And we see here, this is the deity of Mother Sati. And this is considered to be the birthplace of Mother Sati. All right. Is screen sharing, everything is visible? Anybody? Makarand Prabhu? It's okay. Thank you. All right. And then the Ganges River flows there, close by. So this is the Ganges River, Ganga River. And as you can see, happy devotees smiling. All right. Then we go to, oh, and this is finally, let's see. Yeah. So this is the Sri Sri Radha Rasbihari Mandir. Very sweet deities. I liked them very much. The deities, I think I spoke to the Pujari as well. He was a very sweet person. Gave us some nice prasad. I think he gave us an orange or some fruits he gave us. So I hadn't had anything since morning. So I remember those oranges that he gave us. Okay. All right. So then we go to another place in Haridwar called Saptarishi Ghat. So Saptarishi Ghat is the place of penance by the Saptarishis. I have mentioned their names here. You will see one of the pictures has a shloka which has all the names. So by the sages Kashyap, Vashishtha, Atri, Vishwamitra, Bharadwaj, Gautama, and Jamadagni. So they were conducting yagya or austerities at this place. So the Ganges River was flowing down from the heavens or from the spiritual world. And then Lord Shiva, as you remember, or as you might have heard, controlled the Ganges River and to stop her flow upon the request of sage Bhagirath. So this is the place where that happened. And the Ganges River then quietly flowed from this place onward, from the Saptarishi Ghat, so as to not disturb the penance of these Saptarishis. So that is the significance of this Saptarishi Ghat. And this place was also visited by the Pandavas after they renounced their kingdom. So the Pandavas were going towards the Himalayas. So going towards the Himalayas, they encountered Haridwar. They will go to Hrishikesh. They will go to Badrinath and as well as Kedarnath. So all those places they will go to in their journey towards into the Himalayas. So let us see that. Okay. So this is, wait, what's going on? Sorry, this is Saptarishi Ghat. So here there were no barriers, no barrages, no anything. This is before that. So you can see here really the flow of the Ganga river in its full might. And we were standing here where you can see we were standing. You can see the Ganga river coming in. Just 10 minutes before, it was just concrete, the ghat. And the Ganges grew so quickly within a few minutes that it, the water rose very quickly. And so this was, we could see the water rising right in front of our eyes. So that's that. This is Saptarishi Ghat. And yeah, you can see all the devotees who went with us. A lot of devotees went, but this is a picture you can see. Then there is a temple of Lord Hanumanji, Panchmukhi Hanuman Mandir. And some more deities of Lord Krishna, Ram Darbar, and looks like that is Mother Durga or someone, I don't know. Okay, then here we see the nice deities of the Pandavas. And you can see the dog also right next to Yudhishthir Maharaj, who kept following them all the way. And this was Dharmaraj or Yamaraj, who was following them all the way to the Himalayas. So these are the Pandavas. And then here is Bhagirath ji, sage Bhagirath, who prayed for the Ganges to slow down so that, the austerity of the sages is not disturbed. And then there is a big campus right across the street from Saptarishi Ghat. And this is known as the Saptarishi Mandir. So within the Saptarishi Mandir, there was a small Radha Krishna Mandir. So we saw that. And this is the Saptarishi Mandir. So here you can see the names of the 7 Saptarishis are mentioned here. And this is the Saptarishi Mandir. And then there was the Ganga Aarti. So at Paudi. So the river Ganga is being worshipped at very famous Aarti happens every evening. So devotees visited that. Okay, so that is Haridwar. Then we go to, we made a day trip to Kurukshetra. So it's about a 3 to 4 hours journey by road from Haridwar to Kurukshetra. And we visited mainly 4 places. Jyoti. So Jyoti is the place where Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. And so this place was identified by Sri Adi Shankaracharya in the 8th century. And he identified and established this place as the place of the appearance of Sri Bhagavad Gita. Sri Adi Shankaracharya is also the first commentator, or among the various hundreds of commentaries that exist on Bhagavad Gita, the oldest one is by Sri Adi Shankaracharya. That is available today. Then there is Brahma Sarovar. This is another famous place in Kurukshetra. So when we did the discussion on the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, 82nd chapter. Lord, in that it starts with the story of the solar eclipse occurring. And all the people, all the devotees, and all the kings, everybody comes to Kurukshetra because it is a very pious place, because Lord Parashuram created 5 big lakes here. So the biggest one among them is known as Brahma Sarovar. And so we went there, and there is a temple of Lord Shiva in the middle of the Sarovar, or in the middle of the lake. Then we went to the ISKCON temple in Kurukshetra, and we then visited the Sri Sri Radha Krishna Milan Mandir. For me, this was the main highlight of visiting Kurukshetra, even more than Jyoti Sir, where Bhagavad Gita was spoken. But for me, Kurukshetra, this Radha Krishna Milan Mandir, and Jyoti Sir are the two main, so to say, the attractions, or the two main places of significance in Kurukshetra. So let me share pictures now. Okay. So this is Jyoti Sar, where Bhagavad Gita was spoken. So there is a Sri Lakshmi Narayan Mandir here. Also, there is a temple of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. So the door was closed with a glass thing, so you cannot see very clearly inside, but inside there is a deity of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. Oh, I took a close-up as well. So you can see here Jagat Guru Sri Adi Shankaracharya ji. And yeah. Okay. Then there is a deity, or probably recently installed, with a chariot and a nice marble chariot, and deity of Lord Krishna and Arjuna. Krishna is Partha Sarathi. He is the charioteer of Arjuna, and he is giving the Gitopadesh, the instructions of Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So nice sculpture, or nice thing was made here. Also, there is this big Vishwarup deity over here. So as you know, in the Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter is the Vishwarupa, or the universal form. So there is a big deity of the Lord in his Vishwarupa form. So that is also present right here at Jyotisar. Okay. Then this is Brahma Kunda. So very huge, almost like it's a big rectangle or a square, something, with almost each side being 2 kilometers long. So huge lake. And in the middle, there is the Shiva temple. So here we see Sri Sarveshwar Mahadev Ji Mandir. And again, you see happy devotees here. And then here there was a big lawn as well. So there is the class happening by Guru Maharaj Ji and His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj. These were the two sannyasis that led the yatra. So this is the class happening. Then we went to, so by the way, we also, around 2 kilometers away from here, from Jyotisar and from Brahmakund, there is the place where Bhishmadev left his body. So if you know from Mahabharata and from Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Bhishmadev was resting on a bed of arrows and waiting for Lord Krishna to visit so that he can leave his body upon seeing Lord Krishna. So that place was also there, but we could not find it. And we were running short of time, so we left. So unfortunately, we could not go there. So next time when we go, we'll pray to Bhishmadev Ji to allow us to find that place and visit it. So we could not visit. That's on our to-do list. So this is ISKCON Kurukshetra. His Divine Grace, Abhay Charnavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So the temple is very nice. Right outside the temple, there are 5 huge horses built. So the whole temple in Kurukshetra is in the form of a chariot. And you can see huge horses outside made of stone. So giving the appearance of the temple looking like a chariot. And these are the deities, Sri Sri Gaur Nitai and Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadraji. Okay, then we come to one of the main highlights of the entire trip, for me at least in India, is this Sri Sri Radha Krishna Milan Mandir. So we covered the details of this place in great detail in the 5-part series on Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, chapter 82. So we went through all those details, and those videos or classes are uploaded. So this place has supreme significance in the sense that Lord Krishna met the Vrajvasis and especially Sri Sri Radharani, Srimati Radharani at this place. So this is known as the Sri Sri Radha Krishna Milan Mandir. And you can see our Guru Maharaj here as well. He visited, and Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj also visited this place. So they visited independently. We visited independently. We happened to go at the same time. And this is the tamal tree, tamal vriksha. So here it says in Hindi, Radha ji ka pyara vriksha, or you can say the affectionate, this tree is very affectionate to Srimati Radharani, or very dear to Srimati Radharani. And it says in Hindi, यह अति प्राचीन वृक्ष श्री राधा कृष्ण का मिलन स्थल है. Means this extremely ancient tree is the meeting place of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. And then it says, इस वृक्ष की परिक्रमा करने से श्री राधा कृष्ण की भक्ति प्राप्त होती है. By circumambulating this tree, one gets the bhakti of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. So here is the entire tree you can see here. And this, you can meditate on this picture for as long as you want. No devotees are there. Nobody is there to distract your attention. If you want a picture, this picture, if you want, I can send it to you as a JPEG. You can let me know. Or you can just screenshot it from YouTube and meditate on this picture as long as you want. So there were some dioramas as well. So here you can see Parashuramji, the one who created those lakes in Kurukshetra. And there is another, there were many dioramas. I didn't put all of them. And this is the one where Lord Krishna is meeting the gopis. It says at the bottom there, Kurukshetra Brahma sarovar ke tat par इसी स्थान में सूर्य ग्रहण में आए भगवान श्री कृष्ण जी के साथ ब्रज गोपियों से मिलन हुआ. So basically it is saying that at the time of the solar eclipse, Lord Krishna met the gopis of Vraja at this place near Brahma Sarovar. So that's, we have already read that in Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. And now with devotees, as you can see, happy devotees here. And they are, you will see in the next picture, they are circumambulating. We spent a lot of time here, almost, I think 1 hour we spent here. We read some of the portions from Srimad Bhagavatam and Padyavali pertinent to this pastime of the meeting of Lord Krishna with Srimati Radharani. So here you can see devotees are circumambulating the tree with the hope or with the prayer that they will receive the bhakti of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. All right. Okay. So this concludes our visit to Kurukshetra. And then we come to Hrishikesh. So Hrishikesh So this is the place where class is happening. And yeah, and this is just I found this interesting. There is a restaurant in the air. So if you want, we didn't go there, but if you want, you can sit in, you can be suspended through a crane, and that's a restaurant. Anyway, that was funny. And then we visited some temples in Rishikesh. So this is a temple of Lakshmanji. So it is said that this is the only temple in all of India. I don't know how true is that, but the Pujari said that this is the only temple dedicated to Lakshmanji only or exclusively to Lakshmanji. Obviously, wherever there is Lord Ram's temple or Ram Darbar, Lakshmanji is included, but this temple is dedicated exclusively to Lakshmanji. So we went there. This is the deity of Sri Lakshmanji. And then this is Shivling, huge Shivling, almost like 1 floor tall. So you can see there people are standing like on the second floor. So this is considered to be the biggest Shivling in Rishikesh. Rishikesh is a place of mainly for the devotees of Lord Shiva visit Rishikesh. So there are a lot of Shiva temples. So this is considered to be one of the largest Shivlings in Rishikesh. Maybe, in a larger area as well. I haven't seen such a big Shivling. This was the biggest Shivling I saw in my life. I have seen bigger deities of Lord Shiva, but Shiva Linga, this is the biggest I have seen. So very nice. We offered some water as well to the Shivling. So it was a nice thing. Then there is a temple of Hanumanji. And then we were walking back towards along the Ganga River. And this is the Ganga River. And in the background, you can see Ram Jhula. So this is the suspension bridge. So there are 3 suspension bridges. Lakshman Jhula, which is the oldest. Then Ram Jhula was built about 30 years ago. And very recently, about 8 or 10 years ago, a new Jhula has been built called Janaki Jhula. Janaki is the name of Mother Sita. So obviously Lakshman, Ram, and Sita. So Janaki Jhula. And so here you can see the Ram Jhula in the background. Lakshman Jhula has been closed and they are renovating it. So this is the bank of the Ganga River. Lot of water, no barrages, nothing to stop the water yet. The first barrage comes in Haridwar, and Hrishikesh is like upstream, up north. So Ganga ji is in her full force here. Another picture of Ganga ji. And then a very famous restaurant in Rishikesh called Chotiwala. So this is an actual person. This is not a statue. He's a real moving person, and you can see his choti. But a very, very nice food, and very nice. I used to live in Roorkee for 4 years to do my undergraduation. So we used to visit Haridwar and Rishikesh often. So this Chotiwala, I remember from that time. So it is still very good. Okay. Then that is Rishikesh. Now we come to a this is after the Radha Krishna Milan Mandir. That was my main highlight. Then the other main highlight is Shukratal. So Shukratal is the place where Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. So it says here, Atra abhavad Bhagavan Vyasaputro. यहीं भगवान स्वयं ही व्यासपुत्र श्री सुखदेव जी के रूप में प्रकट हुए हैं. So Vyasaputra, who is the son of Vyasadev? Sri Sukadeva Goswami. And here it says, ऐतिहासिक Bhagavat Janmabhumi. So Bhagavat Janmabhumi means the place where Srimad Bhagavatam was born. Bhagavat Peeth. Bhagavat Peeth means the sitting place of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Sri Sukadeva Ashram. शुक तीर्थ में पधारने पर आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है। तो वेलकम टू शुक्रताल शुक तीर्थ। भगवान श्री शुकदेव जी आपकी मनोकामनाएं पूर्ण करें। मे श्री शुकदेव जी fulfill all your aspirations. Sri Sukadeva Ashram Swami Kalyan Dev Seva Trust Shukatirth. All right, so that's the Seva Trust that manages this place. So that's what this sign says. So before we went to the main place where the Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken, there is a temple of Lord Ram. So you can see Ram Darbar here, and also a temple of Lord Shiva right next to each other. And then we went up a few steps and came to the main place. This is the Prachin Mandir, or the ancient temple, and here you can see the deities of Sri Sukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit. And this is the place where the Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken. This little temple is under a tree. So you can see this tree here. I will come to it. So under a tree, Sukadeva Goswami sat down and spoke the Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. I want to read this. Very nice, nicely it is written. So there was this two slabs, installed there. So to share the significance of this place, Shukratal. So it says Bhagavat Peeth Sri Sukadeva Ashram. So this is the main center point of Sukadeva Ashram. Bhagavat Peeth means the sitting place of Srimad Bhagavatam. So it says राष्ट्र के ऐतिहासिक, सांस्कृतिक, आध्यात्मिक और पौराणिक महत्व का लगभग 5125 वर्ष प्राचीन. So this place is the historical, literary, spiritual, Puranic place where almost 5125 years ago महाभारत कालीन विश्व प्रसिद्ध शुक तीर्थ की शुक तीर्थ श्रीमद् भागवत की आदि उद्गम स्थली एवं 68 तीर्थों में सर्वश्रेष्ठ मोक्षदायक तीर्थ माना गया है. तो दिस इज द वर्ल्ड फेमस तीर्थ और प्लेस फ्रॉम द टाइम ऑफ महाभारत, and it's considered a very, very, very important tirtha or place of pilgrimage. हरिद्वार तथा हस्तिनापुर के मध्य, so that is between हरिद्वार and हस्तिनापुर के मध्य, भगवती माँ गंगा के तट पर, it's on the banks of the Ganges, 150 फुट की ऊंचाई पर, so it's about 150 feet above the river level, जहां व्यास नंदन परम हंस चूड़ामणि जीवन मुक्त श्री सुखदेव जी महाराज, so he is being called as Paramahams Chudamani Jivan Mukta, Vyas Nandan, the son of Vyasa, Sri Sukadeva ji Maharaj ne Dhanurdhari Arjun ke Pautra, Dhanurdhari, the big famous archer Arjuna's Pautra, the grandson of Arjuna is Parikshit Maharaj. So Arjuna's son is Abhimanyu, Abhimanyu's son is Parikshit. So Pautra means grandson. Pautra, where is it? I lost it. पौत्र और अभिमन्यु के पुत्र धर्म चक्रवर्ती सम्राट महाराजा परीक्षित को ऋषि शमिक के सुपुत्र श्रृंगी ऋषि के श्राप से मुक्ति के लिए भागवत कथा का श्रवण कराकर मोक्ष की प्राप्ति कराई थी. So, as you all know, Maharaj Parikshit was cursed by the son of Shamik Rishi. His name was Shringi Rishi, and Maharaj Parikshit, on being cursed, took shelter of the Srimad Bhagavatam and went back to the spiritual world. श्रीमद् भागवत कथा का सर्वप्रथम प्रसारण इसी पावन भूमि पर होने से यह पवित्र तीर्थ स्थल भागवत जन्मभूमि भागवत पीठ के नाम से विश्व विख्यात है. So this is the place of the first narration. As you all know, Srimad Bhagavatam was narrated many, many times. The second narration happened at Naimisharanya. We were fortunate to go there also. So that presentation I will do next time. But this is the first delivery of Srimad Bhagavatam by by Sukadeva Goswami. And that is why it is world famous place. उस समय इस स्थान पर श्रोता के रूप में महर्षि वेद व्यास वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र आदि असंख्य तपस्वी विद्वान ऋषि मुनि पधारे थे. Unlimited number of sages and who's who were present there to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam from the lotus mouth of Sri Sukadeva Goswami. यह पावन वट वृक्ष आज भी भागवत पीठ श्री सुखदेव आश्रम में दर्शनीय रूप में विद्यमान है, जिसके नीचे बैठकर राजा परीक्षित ने भागवत कथा सुनी थी. So today also this tree is there under which Shukadev Goswami spoke the Srimad Bhagavatam. यह पुण्य भूमि भागवत ज्ञान गंगा और भागीरथी गंगा का मिलन स्थल तथा स्वर्ग के अमृत एवं भागवत कथा अमृत का संगम है. यहाँ साक्षात देवता अमृत का कलश लेकर पधारे थे. So some more details are there. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Then there is this other plaque, Akshay Vat Vriksha. So this is glorifying the tree, which I will show the picture shortly. श्री सुखदेव आश्रम में ऊंचे टीले पर स्थित यह अक्षय वट वृक्ष श्रद्धा और भक्ति का केंद्र है. So there is this huge tree, and that is the main center point of this whole place, that tree. And that is the center point of all Shraddha and Bhakti. 5100 वर्ष से अधिक प्राचीन यह वट वृक्ष महामुनि श्री सुखदेव जी की श्रीमद् भागवत कथा का साक्षी है. So this 5,000-year-old tree, supposedly, and it's being said it's the witness of the Srimad Bhagavatam being spoken by the lotus mouth of Sri Sukadeva Goswami. इसी वट वृक्ष की शीतल छाया में, under the cool shade of this tree, 88,000 ऋषि मुनियों और श्रोताओं के मध्य बैठकर, among 88,000 audience, हस्तिनापुर के तत्कालीन सम्राट महाराज परीक्षित ने श्राप मुक्ति के लिए 7 दिन तक ब्रह्मनिष्ठ जीवन मुक्त महर्षि श्री सुखदेव जी महाराज के मुख से अमृतवाणी सुनी थी. So right under this tree, the emperor of the world, Parikshit Maharaj, sat down and heard the Srimad Bhagavatam from Shukadev Goswami. हरे भरे वट वृक्ष की शाखाएं दीर्घाकार रूप में दूर तक फैली हैं. So this tree is huge with its branches like very widely spread out. इस दिव्य वट वृक्ष पर कभी पूर्ण रूप से पतझड़ नहीं होता. So this वट वृक्ष never sheds leaves completely. There are always leaves on it. इसमें अन्य वट वृक्षों की तरह जटाएं नहीं निकलती. In this वट वृक्ष, like in the banyan, this is a banyan tree, but it doesn't have roots coming down. शुक पक्षी भी निवास करते हैं. You can see parrots also. So Shukadev Goswami is like a parrot. In the 3rd verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Shuka Mukhad. So this Srimad Bhagavatam has been made sweet because it has come out from the lotus mouth of Shukadev Goswami. So यह वट वृक्ष पौराणिक शुकतीर्थ में मुनि शुकदेव जी का प्रतीक है. So this is an emblem of Sri Sukadeva Goswami. विशाल वट वृक्ष के दर्शन से शांति आनंद की अद्भुत अनुभूति होती है. श्रद्धालु अक्षय वट पर अपनी मनोकामना पूर्ति करने के लिए मन्नत का धागा बांधते हैं. So this banyan tree is a place of immense bliss and peace for the devotees, and the devotees tie a thread around the tree for making progress in their bhakti. So that is the significance of this place. So we actually spotted a parrot here. So if you see, there's a parrot sitting there actually. So this is not a photoshopped picture, it's a real picture. And we saw a parrot on the tree. And there, you can see this is the trunk and so many threads are tied. Very, very nice devotee, Radha Kripa Mataji. So she brought me a little lamp and gave it to me so that I can offer it to the tree. So I'm very grateful to her. She's a very sweet devotee. I think she lives in Bangalore now. And yeah, so I was able to offer a lamp to the tree. So this is another, right next to it, another temple of Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. And here is the picture of the tree from a zoomed out view. So under the tree here, this is that ancient temple whose picture I had showed from inside. So that's this temple here on the right-hand side, you can see. And that is the tree, and you can see its branches are going so widely. I was so fortunate to spend almost 3-4 hours at this place. Very blissful, very blissful. I would say it was not like really a touch and go. We went there, spent really good amount of time. So it was very blissful. Another zoomed out view of the tree. Yeah, please relish these pictures. Little bit close up. And here you can see that temple from inside, you can see. So this is that ancient temple. So, you can feel that, Sukadeva Goswami was sitting here. At least out of the 4 dimensions, they say there are 4 dimensions, right? X, Y, Z, and time. So not in the time dimension, but in the remaining 3 dimensions, you are in the same place as Sukadeva Goswami. You're only separated by the 4th dimension, which is time. So at least you are, aligned on the remaining 3 dimensions. So it's a very, very sweet feeling. And I met this person is in the family of caretakers of this place. So among the pujaris, so he's in the family of those pujaris. Very nice devotee. Didn't want money, wasn't pestering for donation or not like that. And he was very appreciative. I also told that, he was in fact saying that we must, share Bhagavatam with the rest of the world and all those things. I said, yeah, I also try to share Srimad Bhagavatam. And he was very happy to hear that. So very nice. I felt very nice on talking to this devotee here. And then there is this another small temple here. So you can see here Lord Krishna, and this is Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, and with other sages also sitting there and listening. And this is that first picture I showed. So here are the footprints of Sukadeva Goswami. So this is a close-up of that, Sukadeva Goswami and the footprints. And these are the footprints of Parikshit Maharaj. Okay, and then this is Ganga Tat. It's a little bit like almost half kilometer away. From that tree is the Ganges River. So, yeah. Then there is a big Hanuman temple there with a huge deity of Hanumanji. So it seems that this deity is hollow. And inside this deity of Hanumanji, almost they say 100 crore pages as in like paper, people had written Ram, 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 Ram on a sheet. 100 crore sheets are put inside this deity. So it's hollow from inside with that many number of pages inside it with Ram written on it. So then there is a temple of Sri Sri Radha Krishna, Ram Darbar, Surya Narayana ji, a big deity of Ganesh ji. Okay, then we came back and to Haridwar, and this is initiation ceremony happening here. So these 2 devotees actually who are getting initiated, are doing the Bhakti Shastri right now. And they got very beautiful names, Raj Vidya Prabhu and Ragatmika Mataji. So they received their Diksha by Guru Maharaj Ji. And you can see them. These are the two devotees. They live in Varanasi or Kashi. So very nice devotees. And then these are the devotees. But he told me how to find the Radha Krishna Milan Mandir. So I'm very grateful to him. It's not very popular. If you go there and try to find it, where is this place of meeting of Lord Krishna with the gopis? Not many people would know. They would know Jyoti sir, they would know Brahma sarovar. They would not know this place. So he told me how to find it. So I met him there. I was very happy to meet him. Then this is another very, very sweet devotee, Balram Leela Prabhu. He was there as well. He is working for the Bhaktivedanta Research Center, BRC. And the purpose of that is to preserve the Shastras. So you can see here, my wife is holding this thing, laminated sheet saying the 6 pillars of Shastra Seva. So they are preserving a lot of original manuscripts. So he showed me the original writing of Bhakti Vinod Thakur that they have obtained, and they are trying to digitize it and preserve the original manuscripts. All right, so this was the whole Haridwar Yatra thing that happened. And then the plan was to go by road to Badrinath Ji. But the roads, there was a lot of rain and landslides and everything. So the road trip was cancelled for the group. Then some devotees, enthusiastic devotees, tried to figure out other ways of going to Badrinath Ji. So that would be by helicopter. And the charge was led by none other than Ram Prasad Chhalla Prabhu from our Portland congregation. And he got the contact of this helicopter operator. So this person here and this person here, and then the devotees are surrounding him. You can see our Jai Sachinandan Prabhu and Bhaktiras Mataji and other devotees. Also, this is Damodar Prasad Prabhu from Seattle. This is Atulya Mataji from Boston, and so many other devotees. And they're having these intense discussions with this helicopter operator, negotiating the price and time and all those things. It was a big kirtan happening, how to get the helicopter yatra done. Anyway, so after a lot of arrangements and everything, finally we were able to start our yatra. And you can see, so this is our group. I was the person taking the picture. And no, this is, so we had 2 helicopters assigned to us. So there were 12 of us. Each helicopter has 6 people. This is in Dehradun, the helipad. So we are waiting for the helicopter to arrive. So the helicopter took a very long time to arrive, but finally it arrived. And then we were on our way to Kedarnath. The plan was to go to Kedarnath first. So to go to Kedarnath, you have to first go to a place called Gupta Kashi. Gupta Kashi has many, many landing pads or helipads. And the place where our helicopter landed was known as Fata. So anyway, this is the Ganga or the Ganges River from the top, from the helicopter. So we were going to Gupta Kashi. And here we landed in Gupta Kashi. So this is the helipad. You can see the helicopter there. We got off to board, and so you have to change helicopters and then go to Kedarnath. So this is our group of 6. So this group of 6 remained together for that. We were assigned to one helicopter. So you have to do some weight also. The total weight should be less than a particular amount. So they grouped us according to, so that for weight load balancing or whatever. Anyway, So then what happened is that the second helicopter to take us to Kedarnath sort of did not arrive. And by that time, the weather became unfavorable. So we had to spend the night in Fata itself. So that same thing happened with the other helicopter also. So all 12 of us arrived. So here, I think here is a picture of all 12. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So this is all 12 of us from the two helicopters. And so we spent the night in Fata. Luckily, we got some rooms and we spent the night here. And then next morning, we would go to Kedarnath because after the clouds or the weather cleared up. So part of the adventure. And then next morning, the helicopter came and picked us up, and we are on our way to Kedarnath. So this is Kedarnath again from the helicopter. You can see the landing pad in Kedarnath. And right here, I don't know if you can see the temple of Kedarnath. So this is the famous temple of Kedarnath ji. Very, very blissful. I was so happy to be here. So happy to be here. So as you can see, this whole place, this is you can see pretty much all of Kedarnath in this view. This is all of Kedarnath, nothing more. So we landed in Kedarnath. It was a little cold, but not that cold. I felt some of the devotees were overdressed. So anyway, and this you can see behind, this is a bridge on the Mandakini River. So Kedarnath is on the Mandakini River. And Kedarnath ji is a temple of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva has 12 main Jyotirlingas all across India. And this is one of the most prominent Jyotirlingas of Lord Shiva, and established by or identified by, not established, it has been there for thousands and thousands of years, but identified by, again, Sri Adi Shankaracharya ji. So, and this is the picture of the outside of Sri Kedarnath temple. Then inside, you're not allowed to take pictures at all. They were very strict, but I don't get deterred easily by such regulations. So I tried to click a picture. I couldn't get the full view, but at least I got a view, partial view of Sri Kedarnath ji, the Shivling. And but it was very nice. There were some local pandit, so he wanted some money, so that's fine. It's okay. We want to support all the local devotees there. And he made us sit for 10 minutes nicely. We did Abhishek of Kedarnath ji. Very blissful, very, very blissful. I was so happy to sit there nicely and really absorb the darshan of Sri Kedarnath ji, do his Abhishek. It was very blissful. I was very happy to do that. Then we came out, and this is the back side of the temple. So the temple front is on the other side. And this is the back side of the temple. And then behind that, recently, there is this construction that occurred. So behind that, from the 8th century itself, there has been the Samadhi of Sri Adi Shankaracharya ji. So now it has been renovated and a big deity of Adi Shankaracharya ji has been established. So I will show that. So this is the Samadhi of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. So from the top, it looks like this. So it's a nice structure. You have to go in like in a circle, and then you reach the inside. So this is how it looks from inside, with the magnificent Himalayas in the backdrop. Very beautiful place, and Samadhi of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. Very beautiful, very peaceful. Then we came back. So here are the Matajis, happy devotees. And then this is the back in the front of the temple. So there's a nice big deity of Nandi ji, the Nandi bull, who is the devotee and the carrier of Lord Shiva. So there is this big deity of Nandi bull. And again, the temple in the backdrop of the magnificent Himalayas. And more pictures from the helicopter. And then from Kedarnath, we came back to Pata, that same place where we change helicopters. And then we took another helicopter to go to Badrinath ji. So as we are approaching Badrinath, so this is the city of Badrinath, or the town. It's much bigger than Kedarnath, mainly because it is also connected by road. Kedarnath is not connected by road, as in not connected by road on which vehicles can go. So that is why you have to switch the helicopter. That place where you switch the helicopter, that Fata, which is in Gupta Kashi area, is the last place where vehicles can go. From there, either you have to trek up almost 8 or 10 kilometers to Kedarnath ji, or there is a helicopter service to go from that place to Kedarnath ji. So that is why you have to change, and then you can take this shuttle helicopter from Gupta Kashi to Kedarnath, or you can trek. But because Badrinath is connected by road, it's much bigger, and all that. So here you can see the temple. This is the temple of Badrinath ji, and it is on the banks of the Alaknanda river. So Alaknanda will ultimately merge into Ganga ji. It is a tributary that feeds into Ganga ji. So this is a view from the helicopter of Sri Badrinath ji. And again, as we approach closer from the front side, this is the famous view of Badrinath ji from outside. It looks more like a Buddhist kind of style temple, a Buddhist kind of a architecture. So this is the entrance of the Badrinath ji temple. And no cameras were allowed. So I didn't click any pictures from inside, but you can search on internet. I have only put pictures which I clicked personally. I could have pulled pictures from the internet. If you Google, you can Google for Badrinath Narendra Modi. There are Narendra Modi ji, our Prime Minister of India, visited Badrinath ji and Kedarnath ji, and there are internal pictures of him there, but the deity is also there. I'm sure you can find other pictures also without any person, but at least you can know that that's how the deity looks like. So outside the main temple or the main area, there is the Nar Narayan Mandir. So Badrinath ji is famous for many things. It's the residence place of Sri Nar Narayan Rishi. The story is in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Also, it was visited by the Pandavas. Even Kedarnath ji was visited by the Pandavas. Originally, the Shila, not Shila, the Shivalinga at Kedarnath ji was established by the Pandavas. As they were going up in the Himalayas, they were establishing these various deities on their way up to the Himalayas. So, similarly, Badrinath ji was also visited by Pandavas. Before that, Badrinath ji was also visited. Badrikashram, and is another name, was visited by Uddhav ji upon the instruction of Lord Shri Krishna, again from 11th canto. And from the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we know that Shri Vyasadev was sitting in Badrikashram, and that is where Narad Muni came and gave him the advice to compose Srimad Bhagavatam, or to go into a solitary place and in his samadhi get the various realizations and compose the Srimad Bhagavatam. So that place is known as Vyas Gufa. So that is the place where Shri Vyas ji went and meditated and got all the realizations to be able to compose Srimad Bhagavatam. So we could not go to Vyas Gufa either. That's again now on our to-do list for next visit. So by the way, our Guru Maharaj's Yatra in 2026 will be to Badrinath, because we could not officially go as a group to Badrinath now because of the landslides and the trip was cancelled. 2026 Yatra will be to Badrinath. So those who are interested, Badrinath and Kedarnath. So those who are interested can start planning for 2026 Yatra. Of course, we were able to go by helicopter, but that was our private trip. Only few devotees could go. Okay, so this is Nar Narayan Mandir. This is the deity of Nar Narayan Ji. Then Lord Shiva's deity. And now we are outside, back outside. And that's the two of us here outside the Badrinath temple. This is the famous, very famous picture. This is the main entrance, very famous architecture. And I mean, you know, just by looking at it, you know that this is Badrinath Ji. Okay, now that completes our sort of yatra portion of September. And then we did some our personal sightseeing, so to say, or visits. So I just wanted to quickly share. So we went to our alma mater, which is IIT Roorkee. And this is the main entrance of the Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. Both of us studied here from 92 to 96. So we reminisced our old memories.
Century.
What?
Century Gate.
Century Gate, yes. You are from Roorkee as well, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. And then this is Patiala Lassi House. We used to go there for lassi sometimes, so that was still there. And this is our professor, Dr. Professor Indira Gupta. So very dear professor. She taught us 3 classes, the most I think that we, you know, no professor taught us 3 classes, again, by chance. Some taught us, very few taught us 2, and mostly like, you know, 1 class. So anyway, she invited us to her home, and we had nice prasad there. She attended the whole Bhagavad Gita series a couple of years ago as well. So yeah, this is another professor, Professor Vinay Pant. So we met him on the street outside our department. So he remembered us, we remembered him. And so I was invited to give a technical talk. So this is in a conference room, many people attended. Most of these are PhD scholars. So they attended this talk, a technical talk. Here, this person here is the head of Department of Electrical Engineering presently. This is Dr. Indra Gupta. This person is another professor. I know that because they came and introduced themselves later. Anyway, and then we were just going around the campus in the evening. This is the Department of Electrical Engineering. This is the main building, the main campus building here. This is my room, G12, where I lived in my 3rd year. So I visited, I just took a picture outside the room I lived in for 1 year. Another professor of electrical engineering, Professor Pramod Agarwal. And another professor, Professor Ambalika Sharma. This is the lab in which I worked for some time. And then I was also invited to give a talk on Bhagavad Gita. So a lot of students and faculty members attended. So I talked from the 2nd chapter, mainly Kama, Krodha, Bhaya, Lobha. So I was talking about stress and how our attachments and, you know, whatever. So Bhagavad Gita talk. This is another professor, Professor M.K. Vasantha. Now he's retired. So he lives in his own house outside the campus. And then, if you remember, I don't know if you remember, I mentioned about billiards and me being a billiards, you know, enthusiast. So I tried my hands at billiards. And then I was invited to give yet another talk, a short talk to the students of, I think these are third year students doing some computer science course, I forget, algorithms or something like that. Anyway, so this is their lab, and then we went to Saharanpur. So this is my Mausi. So you can see, those who have seen my mother might see a resemblance. So she is the younger sister of my mother. So, and that's her son, Naveen Bhaiya. And these are his two grandchildren. So she is the great grandmother. And then these are he's my cousin elder brother, the son of my Mamaji and his wife. Yeah. And then, yeah, so this is my Mausi, her son, his wife, Savita Bhabi, her daughter, Tulika, and her two children. These are twins. So long relationship. Then on our way back, we stopped by at Meerut. This is my cousin's sister, Nilima Didi. And every year she sends me Rakhi. So she was very happy to meet me, and I was very happy to meet her as well. Met some more relatives in Delhi. We all got together. Whoever was living in Delhi got together, and we met all of them together at one of their places. And then we came back to Delhi at my wife's elder sister Mridul Mataji's place. And looks like there's a chart party going on. And this is her daughter, my niece, Mansi. And she dropped us to the airport. And then we came to Bangalore. And I'll stop here. Sitaphal, or what is it called in English? Custard apple, my favorite fruit. So I will end with this picture. So Vijay Dashami, or Dashara, was upcoming in Bangalore. So very beautiful picture. I just couldn't resist taking a picture with all these. You cannot see such a place in the United States. This picture can only be seen in India. So with all this festive mood. So on this festive mood, I will end. Oh, a couple of more pictures. Now I'm into Bangalore. This is ISKCON Bangalore, Kumaraswamy Layout Temple. And I don't know if many of you know, this is our dear Anjan Prabhu. He used to be in Portland. Now he's in Bangalore. Yeah, so this is the last picture. Anyway, I spilled a little bit into Bangalore. So, but we'll continue from here next time onwards. So I'll leave you with this picture, beautiful picture of the festive mood in Bangalore. All right. Any comments or questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, this is so nice. I'm personally super happy to see all these places. I think thank you for really sharing these insights and pictures and significance of that. Really appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope we can all go sometime.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, very nice pictures, and congrats and for this travel. We went on 1998 to Kedarnath and Badrinath, Yamunotri, Gangotri by walk, Prabhu.
Oh, very nice.
Very difficulties are there, but even though by God's grace we can do that.
Very nice, very nice.
Yamunotri is a very tough travel. This is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing these pictures and your travel.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Shamlila Mataji, you have your hand raised.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much. Such a beautiful presentation and such nice darshan. One quick question, Prabhuji. Do you happen to have the photo of the handwriting for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's manuscript?
Yes.
Could you please share, Prabhuji?
Yeah, next time I will share.
Okay, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Oh, and also thank you for the picture of the custard apple. I haven't had it in over a decade, but I really miss it now that I've seen.
I miss it in the US.
Yeah, I haven't had it in over a decade now.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for sharing. Beautiful. It was so wonderful. Just felt like you've been there now.
Yeah.
And when we'll go, I don't know. When will I go, I don't know. But God willing. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Sukumar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So, thank you so much for sharing those pictures and the details of the places. So, yeah, it's very blissful. I guess the journey was very blissful, your visit, and I was feeling for some moment I was there by pictures. So, thank you so much for sharing. Looking forward for more. The next slide, maybe next class.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, I mean, all those who may have the, circumstances favorable can plan to go 2026. Yatra will be going. And the benefit, I mean, you can go on your own for sure. Benefit of Yatra is everything is taken care of. Hotel accommodations, prasadam, visit to the temple, and you are with a big group, and all the tiredness and everything is just forgotten. By the time the yatra ends, you're sad that it is ending. So, these are the benefits of the yatra. You don't have to you just have to show up and then you are on an autopilot mode. So that's the benefit I have seen. And of course, you get the association of very senior devotees and, others as well. So yeah, you can, plan for it. You have almost 2 years to plan and go to Badrinath, Kedarnath, and I don't know what else will be on the agenda, but yeah, you can have a blissful time.
Thank you for sharing that, Prabhuji. We would definitely plan something.
And 2025 Yatra is going to Sri Lanka. So the place where Sundarkand occurred, Ashok Vatika and that whole, so it will have a very heavy Ramayana theme. But that's 2025 and 2026 will be Badrinath Kedarnath. Okay, that's it then for today. We will continue this description of the other.
Prabhuji, one last question, sorry, from my end.
Yeah.
Badrinath, I thought is Lord Vishnu, right?
Yes.
But it's Naranarayan.
Narnarayan Vishnu is none other than Lord Vishnu.
Oh, okay, got it. I see. Okay.
Yeah, we can do the story sometime, or otherwise
Sure.
get it from 11th Canto as well, portions of it.
Prabhuji, Narayan was Arjuna and Krishna?
There are multiple versions. Yes. There are multiple understandings. Okay. So they are two persons, Arjuna and Krishna. They are also one person, Narayan. So there are multiple ways to understand. Okay. Okay, then thank you so much, everyone, for attending. And we'll continue this sometime next week. So,
Is this recorded as well, Prabhuji?
yeah, I am recording it. Yes.
Excellent. Okay, thank you.
I hope I am.
Yeah, we'll wait for the next event. Very nice one, Prabhuji. We got a darshan from the home. 50%, you can charge us. Who see the videos? 10 rupees.
All right. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
so
Mataji.
much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Prabhuji, could you also please share the picture of the tree?
Sure.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Can you send me a text?
Ji.
So I won't forget.
Ji, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.